everyone, today I'm putting some new silicone, well, new to me, through its paces. Teexpert have very kindly sent me some of this. It's a 1-to-1, it is semi-translucent. As you can see, I've been having a good play. There's quite a lot gone from these bottles already. You get the 2 bottles, obviously, to mix up. When Teexpert said, would you like to try some of theirs? I said, yeah, please, that would be great. So what I'm doing here is I'm prepping another original for one of my moulds. So I need that resin to kind of and spread a bit. Now, this one's already done. This is my new crystal centered mould, and I kind of just wanted to show you how all this works. I've made my original, so we've got a crystal heart, and that's going to fit in there. But the first thing I need is to get the actual a layer of resin in to sit it in. Now, this does mean that I lose like a couple of millimetres of the base of the crystal. It is intended to be a little coaster though, so you don't need much thickness, and I didn't want to overpower it with too much crystal. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just getting a layer in the bottom here, and it is largely just to create a nice base and to stick our crystal down into. And this then will become, like this one, a permanent original, and it's a whole new design. So I've had fun with this, as you can imagine. And with that, that's a whole new design too. This will only be the 3rd mould taken off that. One for me, and the prototype has gone to my 10k giveaway subscriber. Just going to use the clean end of this just to push this down. There we are. And yes, this will be the first mould taken off this one. Because in the process of doing this, I destroyed the original mould, which was a mess anyway. It was just a load of pieces held together. Yeah, it wasn't a reusable mould. It was never intended to be, really. Now, I think I'm going to need just a little bit more resin around there, but I'm going to let it settle first, just to see how far it goes. And also, of course, I'll need to put gloves back on. Now, while that is settling, here's our one that's finished, hopefully. And I'm just going to put some more silicone in. I am going really, really slowly, but I have been stirring this silicone for a couple of minutes now. I'm finding a little report on the silicone. Yes, Teexpert, thank you. It's lovely stuff. And I'm finding it cures every bit as translucent as the one I normally use. Probably I have to be a little bit more careful about bubbles with it, only a little bit. And it does take just a little bit longer to cure as well. But all in all, I'm very happy with it. So, good stuff, eh? I've got my backup plan. And in fact, I'm going to order, because this is the thing, I can actually get hold of the Teexpert one a lot quicker than I can the Let Resin one. Because it is, it's on UK Amazon, along with, in big bottles, along with a quick delivery, which is good. Whereas the Let Resin one I do have to wait just a little bit longer for. And, if I have an emergency, it's good to know that I can get hold of it. Right, we're going to just fill this up. Not sure whether that's enough. I can't remember how much it took when I made the other ones. I usually go for about, look, I don't measure, folks. It's about half of one of these cups. I think these are half a pint cups, so a quarter of a pint, whatever that works out at. We'll do this mould. These moulds are, or shortly will be, on sale in my store. So I'll put you the link for them down below, and also for Teexpert if you fancy some of this silicone, because I have to say, yeah, I'm suitably impressed. Yes, I'm going to have to make a little bit more up, and I am going to have to top that up as well. Now, you don't need to see me do that, so I will see you when this is all cured up, and we will demould a mould and make another mould, and then we'll test them. So I'll see you later. Right, let's demould these. And there we are. What have we got on there? Having said that, that doesn't matter, it's the middle. Got some bits on it. Okay, so we need to have another go. Actually, that is shiny. They're inside, aren't they? I'll keep that one for me. But as you can see, it has worked. So we can do our tester off it. I'll put some more resin in, silicone in that in a moment. Let's have a look at this one. It looks as if those bits are just inside it, which doesn't look very good, but it will work perfectly fine because they're inside. It doesn't matter. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, that's nice. Yes, I'm pleased with that. Look, that's spotless. How shiny. Right, let's try them both. And I'll put some more. I need to order some more silicone. Right, let me get my gloves and my mask, etc. Right, so don't quite know what I'm going to do in these yet, but some sort of effect which will not be any particular one. It'll just be me chucking stuff in and seeing what happens. Main point is to test our little moulds out, of course. Now, have I got enough resin here? This is the Apex High Gloss. It's a 1-to-1. Nice and easy to use. Medium viscosity, all of that good stuff. Now, what I'm going to do is try to be patient and let this sit and thicken up a bit. I could have used the higher viscosity 1-coat one, but it is quite warm in my craft room today, and I've just got this horrible feeling it'll have cured before I blinked. Don't know. This is more about testing the mould than my total incompetence at doing fancy effects with resin anyway, isn't it? I have got some bloom paste. It's the proper bloom paste for the white from Pouring Your Heart Out. Maybe I'll have a play with that, because I haven't really done anything proper with it yet. I've had a couple of faffs, but nothing what you might call proper. Right, I'm going to need just a little bit more. Anyway, you don't need to stand and watch me pouring this, do you? I'll be back in, I don't know, I'm going to check it kind of in half an hour. Probably need to be more like an hour, I'm guessing, to let that warm up. And thicken up and degas. So I will see you later. I don't know why I'm doing this. I can't remember what temperature Julie at Pouring Your Heart Out said this should be at. It's a hell of a lot warmer than it is in this room though, because this room is currently at about 18 degrees. We've gone from being too darned hot to sort of bam, it's autumn. Pretty much overnight here in the UK. Yeah, that was pointless. I think it needs to be warmer than that. Anyway, I'll start mixing up my other stuff. Right, so I've got some alcohol inks. Now, do bear in mind here, I'm dumping clueless. No matter how many videos I watched, I did watch a course on how to do this, and I still no idea what I'm doing. But I've got a couple of alcohol inks. I've got some of the proper bloom paste. And I've got some more resin mixed up. Now, as I said, I'm not going to try to do any particular effect, I don't think. I might try to get something that blooms a bit though. Oops, but that might be too much. If Julie's watching this, she'll probably be going, no, that's not how you do it, Tracy. Right, and I've got piping bags. I've not really tried piping bags properly before. Had a little faff with them, and I think that's okay. And it sort of worked, but I've always ended up using squeezy bottles. Now the problem with squeezy bottles is they're darn difficult to clean out afterwards. You just put alcohol through them and things like that, but here we go, let's go with that. But it just seems really, just seems a tricky thing to do to me. Right, piping bags. Here they are. Got these from Amazon. Can't see how to get into the bag, so here come the scissors. Now, apparently the easiest way to get your stuff into the piping bag is to tip the camera a bit, is to sit it into, so let's do that. This is the bit where I've gone from doing what I know what I'm really do know what I'm doing and thinking, yeah, I know what I'm doing, down to no clue. What I want from you lot is if I succeed in getting anything that sort of blooms fireworks or does something interesting out of this, I want a big cheer in comments, please. In the meantime, yeah, these moulds will be in my store soon if they work, which I don't see any reason why they won't. First prototype of this mould is already in a box ready to go to the winner of my 10,000 subscriber giveaway, so it better work. Is that going to be enough? It looks like quite a lot to me. I'm going to leave that in there for a minute. Also let it sit for a mo, won't it? Right, let's have some colours. So these are the Let's Resin alcohol inks, which, as you probably know, are the ones that I don't know about other alcohol inks. I was just going to say these are the ones that don't fade. Oops, I know these don't fade. Some do. The cheaper ones definitely do. I've thrown an awful lot of alcohol inks away. I don't know about other brands. I don't know if there's any other of the quality ones that, it's all over my hands now, that don't fade. There may well be. So we'll do quite big dots of the pink. Now, this doesn't appear to be spreading, so maybe this, I have left this slightly too long. I don't know. We'll see. I hope it will. Let me just clean my glove up a bit so it doesn't get everywhere. Oh, mucky gloves. Right. Ooh. That's the pink. And that colour is called, is it magenta? Oh no, that's pinky red. Peach red. Yeah, it looks kind of pinky. And then we've got the purple. Let's see if this will drop for me. Yeah, big drops. We're doing big drops. So quite a lot of colour. If you can hear any funny noises in the background, that's Mark. He's just got out of the shower. Should be able to edit it out. There you go. So these drops are a bit random. This isn't going to be any sort of perfect effect, is it? They are not spreading how I thought they would. Probably going to get a bit of heat on this in a minute. Not with a torch, of course, because that would that's alcohol ink. It's flammable. If it doesn't want to spread particularly, let's do some swirling. I am still going to be going in with, isn't that nice? I am still going to be going in with the white though, so that'll probably mess this up completely, so I don't know quite why I'm doing it, but anyway. Just going to get just getting the colour moving really. Yeah, pretty. Probably should have left it like that, shouldn't I? Anyway, I do want to use my paste, so we're going to fold this down and take just the tip off. Let's try it because, like I said, I've not actually tried this. Not tried this before. People who know what they're doing make it look so easy. I'm just going to go in loops, and I'm hoping we're going to get a kind of flower effect. I don't know. Maybe not a flower. Actually, this isn't too bad. I'm trying to kind of do like a heavier dot at the where it goes into the centre. Oh, a few blobs as well. This is probably way too much white. Oh well, I'm having fun, and that's what matters. Let's put a few dots here too. This is well messy, isn't it? And I've got quite a lot left, so I'm going to put the rest of this in something because I don't think I want to put any more. I know. I'll know next time. I don't need to make anywhere near as much of the paste up unless I'm doing a big piece, and these clearly are not that big. Right, there we go. I've tipped that into something else. And I've made a right mess of my gloves. Now, I am going to get, what am I going to do with this? I think I'm probably going to do a bit of, you know, doing something like this through it. Though I have taken to using, for when I'm messing about with resin, like this, once it's actually in a mould, I've taken to using fine tip swabs because they're fine and pointy. No, they're fine and pointy, but they've got this little soft tip, if that does anything. You see, I'm not cleaning my little swab in between. Yeah, the idea of the fine tip swabs was that they're not going to scratch your mould. That's the theory anyway. Not that I'm touching the mould anyhow, but you know what I mean. A little bit of a precaution. But yeah, they're just like micro brushes, but even smaller to use. That's how I'm finding them. Anyway, there we go. I'm just going to leave that. I've got to think about what colour background to put on them, of course. Depends what they do, really. I'm hoping that'll all move and do something. Don't know what yet, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll see you later. I haven't done anything half as interesting as I'd hoped. I think I should have got in there just 10 minutes earlier. Anyway, I am going to... This one I didn't realise I've actually filled up, so it is domed, so I probably can't really do much on the back of that because it's already full. This one I can though, so a little bit of gloves action and away we go. Okay, so I'm mixing up my Apex 1 coat. This is that fast cure one, and I think it'll be ideal for the back of this. I'm not going to demould that one yet either because as I move this one, the surface crinkled slightly. It's not 100% cured by any means. It's close, but not close enough for me. To be fair, it has only been 6 hours and it's not as warm in this room as it was when I last got carried away and demoulded things very quickly. Right, the powder I'm going to be putting in is bronze pink, and this is a Let's Resin one. And it's one that I've kind of ignored on my shelf until recently because I didn't realise just how pretty it was. And I'll show you. I'm putting quite a lot in because I want this back to be opaque. But watch this. I'm just thinking whatever minimal effect I've got there, it's not going to be great, is it? But I think this would be a really nice backdrop to it. Look at that. And that is a Let's Resin one. Isn't that lovely? Shame I've lost the sun out of my craft room again, actually. If I could try and put a bit on the back of that, I don't know. We could give it a go, because this is good for doming and things. So maybe we can. I'll leave it in the mould anyway. Yeah, actually, I'll mix a bit more up just in case I find I can. Probably shouldn't have filled these up quite as much. That really would have made life a lot easier, wouldn't it? However, this one isn't actually 100% full. I think where I've gone wrong is that trying to be patient, I'm normally impatient and go, you know, start dropping ink and stuff in too soon. And I end up with a muddy mess. This time I've gone slightly the other way. Anyway, that wasn't the point of this video, as I always say when I completely fail to do something. I'll get the last little bit out of my pot. Right, I will see you later. I'm just going to let this do whatever it does. And then we'll demould the whole thing and have a look in a few hours. Okay, let's see what these moulds look like then. Now don't laugh at my complete lack of skill with this, yeah, the resin thing. Anyway, here we go. The mould's looking to come out shiny. Oh, it's rather pretty, isn't it? But importantly, we've got sparkly edges, which is what I was after. Yeah, colourful mess. Oh, it's a bit weird in 3D. But yes, the sparkly edges will work. That was the main thing. Now I'm going to lie this face down so it doesn't get bits on it, because I'm going to leave it overnight now. And I'll clear up this mess in the morning and we'll have another look at and progress them further. If you've liked this video, by the way, do give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And if there's anything else you'd like to see or have me demo, or if you've got any questions, just drop something in the comments for me. I really appreciate that too. And of course, thank you so much to everybody who subscribed, and a big hello to my channel members. Thank you all for your support. Really appreciate it. Right, now here we go. Oh, actually, you know what? That might not have done what I wanted it to, but it's rather pretty, isn't it? When I say it's not done what I really wanted it to, we've got our sparkly edge again. Probably should have just done this plain, shouldn't I? That would have been easier for you to see, that sparkle. But look at the inside. That bit sparkling too. I'll tell you what I'll do next, and it'll be in the video clips at the end. I'm just going to make a smoked version. Now you can see it's quite thin. That was the idea. I didn't necessarily want these to be chunky, but yes, I think that's what I'll do. I'm just going to chuck a slightly smoked effect resin in here, you know, just with a touch of black and brown to give it like a smoked effect, and it will let those cure up overnight as well. So at the end of this video you will see not only some close-ups of the sparkly edges of these and the moulds themselves, but also those smoked ones, when hopefully you'll be able to see that sparkle even better. And of course I'll be taking photos of these in proper daylight because it's getting quite late here now, so hopefully you'll be able to see them a lot better. But I think the moulds are I think they're a success, don't you? Right, I'll see you for the next video, everyone. Thank you so much for your time and take care.